before you speak or before you act, you rethink. Wherever you are watching this program from, I want us to commit each and every one of us into the hand of Chukwu Kabiama for redirection. Wherever we are getting it wrong, let Chukwu Kabiama touch our heart. From the smallest person to the biggest, there are several areas where we are getting it wrong. In the morning hour, I played the message of Master Simon Eber that he delivered on the same month that he was taken away from us. The same month, Biafra was declared. A very strong message he gave. Very strong message. We have deviated. Everybody is busy to attend Israel. And the Zoological Republic is breathing in our land. They are breathing seriously. The result of their breathing is the chaos we are seeing. Loss of life, loss of properties. Our stronghold, we are losing our stronghold in Biafra land. Okigwe and Olo is falling before your own very eyes, and you're not worried. So many of you are not worried. Nobody's talking about it. Mazin Nandekanu spoke highly of Okigwe and Olo, and he said, Okigwe and Olo must not, that was the word he used, must not fall. Mazin Nandekanu said, Okigwe and Olo must not fall. But today we are losing Okigwe and Olo, and you are not bothered. You are still busy claiming wrong and right. You are still busy exercising muscle. You are still busy castigating your brother and your sister, instead of us thinking of a solution collectively on how to stop the enemy from taking that very place. If they succeed in taking Olo and Okigwe, when Mazin Nandekano comes out, what are you going to tell him? Oh, because the people who were in charge, I didn't like them. That was why I allowed you to fall. Oh, because the people who were there, I didn't like them. That was why I didn't sponsor them. That is not an excuse. It's not a genuine excuse. Every one of us have to fall back to line. Begin to speak to each other. Begin to understand each other. Begin to allow the voice of your brother and your sister to be heard. Do not see things only from your own side. Always look from the other end. Look from the other end. You must see a different thing. Always try as much as possible to look from the different side. I appreciate everyone in the homeland. The people in the homeland are doing a very, very great job, and I appreciate every single one of them. It is not easy. Even while those who are abroad are busy gossiping and busy focusing on propaganda and blackmail, you see them, they are still sacrificing their time for the seat at home. They are still committed to the seat at home. Today, so many of us are not even talking about the seat at home anymore. Some people are not even posting anything about it. You sit at home. So many people today have even forgotten that there is something called sit at home. They neither post about it nor talk about it. Nobody cares anymore. They have forgotten that this is one of the instruments we use to overcome these people. That is one of the weapons we used to arrive to where we are today. And today, you throw that weapon to the dustbin. And you think it's okay. You think it's okay. How is it okay?
In other words, I told them they're going to come.
How is it going to be okay? The Fulani Janjaweed are coming. Just like Mazin Nandekano told us, they are going to come. They have come. And they are doing everything possible to see that they took over our land. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm asking in God's name, what are you doing? We can continue to play. We can continue to dance around. We can continue to deceive ourselves. It is up to you. Who cares? At the end of the day, Abasiyoso, I go a mile. If you do good, you do yourself. You do bad, you do yourself. Every one of us will give account of our stewardship. This evening, I am going to end this program with the message of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
I told them never to come.
Because his message, if there's nothing you will believe, at least you believe the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If there is something that you will encourage you, it is the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu at this point in time. And if your madness have gotten to the extent that you can no longer listen to the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that is a serious issue. Very, very serious issue. If your challenges and trouble have gotten to the extent that you can no longer listen, I have told people many a time in my platform, I say, at your own time, go over and over every blessed day, even if it is 5 minutes. Any message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu you can lay your hand upon, preach for 5 minutes. Preach for 5 minutes. Yes, my beloved sister Doreen, I just came in briefly and I will be rounding up as soon as possible. I'm going to be rounding up. I'll just play the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not going to be too long because of some other things I have to take care of. I'll be very brief. So if you have a contribution to make, just click in and come in at once and make your contribution before I play the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and draw the curtain. If you have a contribution to make, I'm not going to speak much. I'm not supposed to even come, but I just decided to come briefly, say one or two things, and then play the message of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and that is it. Tomorrow is another day. We continue from where we stopped, and we continue to spread the informations to all parts of the world. Biafra is possible. Biafra is very, very possible. It doesn't matter what you hear, what they say, Biafra is possible. It is we that are even holding ourselves. It is we that are holding ourselves. The structure was laid down. The people who have to work came and work for us. After working for us, they gave us the mandate, they gave us the template. It worked for us until Biafra was declared on the 29th of November 2024. Biafra was declared. Every one of us voted. I myself voted. I voted. And I know the content of the vote that I voted. I know what I read. I know what the vote said. So I cannot cast that vote and come and begin to say different thing altogether. No, no, no. I stand for my vote. I fight for my vote. All I'm saying today is that we have successfully declared Biafra, but defending it is where the major work is. That is where the major job is. Defending it. That Biafra that you and I voted for, how are we defending it? It is not just about declaration. We succeeded. We followed Mazi Simon Eber, led us until at that point where everything was in place. Declaration. But the defense, defending it, defending that very United States of Biafra that was declared. That you and I voted. I saw what, I didn't vote as a novice. When I casted my vote, I read it. What does the form say? What did the vote say? I read it. So even if I'm sleeping, I wake up, I know what I voted for. And I can't come tomorrow and tell you that, oh, I didn't know, or I didn't know what I voted, or I didn't vote again. I'm taking back my vote. No, no, no. No, no, no. I'm not taking back my vote. And what I ask for is what is given. It is led for you and I today to defend it. So where we should be focusing today is on defense. How do we defend the Biafra that was declared on the 29th of November 2024? How? Are you defending it by gossiping? Are you defending it by propaganda? Are you defending it by blackmail? Are you defending it by fighting your brother, your sister? Are you defending it by distraction? That is where the question lies. Go and sleep over it. Ask yourself, how are you defending that very Biafra that was declared on the 29th of November 2024? If you can be able to answer that question sincerely from your heart, come out with an answer and tell us how you are defending it. If you discover within yourself that you are not defending it right, all you have to do is to change your ways. Change your ways. Wherever you have responsibility, begin to take it more serious. If there are areas you make change, go ahead and make a change. let us defend that declaration that was made. Let us defend it. Remember the word of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. You must not allow them to breathe. Don't allow them to breathe. And he gave example of what is happening in the area they are breathing today. That is what is happening in our land because we have allowed them to breathe. I hope we are going to wake up and change this mindset and do things differently. Let us listen to the message of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nanikana before we call it a day.
In other words, I told them that I'm going to come. You know, Fulani has a very stupid and senseless pride with them. I know that their pride won't allow them they must come. And remember, I will keep running your face every blessed day. This Fulani army will die in Biafra land. They want to move the name. Maybe to start there, they are doing their now, it's abduction there, in the season of abduction. Very soon they will try their shoot and sight to see if it will work. But I'm not sure it's going to work for them again, considering that all the entire southern governors have now come together to issue a communique stating it very, very clearly that the way they have been handling things in the past hasn't moved the situation forward. Now what they're trying to do here in a nation. And I want to warn Fulani gender with the Nazareth. Any measure you bring to our land, we're equal to it. Anything you bring, we are going to face you. You understand that very clearly. Okay? So it doesn't matter what the AIG does, what the IG does, and all these idiots. The more you move men down to the east, the more the north will be taken. Of course, I know it's all the part of the game plan. What they want to do is to emasculate, to intimidate. So we can become wretched, gilly-livered cowards who will now allow you to enter into our land, send us away from our land. We'll come maybe to IDP camps in Amazonia. But it's not going to happen, and you understand that very well. And as I told you, you will take the bait, you will come. We will lure you into our land, and your army will die there. And the places you left in the north, in Sharia, Core, Arewa North, will be taken over by terrorists and criminals that will never, ever listen to any of you. These are the things you must understand. So we are ready for you. Anytime you want, you can bring the game on. We are waiting for you. But you can never, ever have it easy anymore. All that thing that people come out, you open fire anyhow. You know that if you open fire on the people, you will be confronted there and then. And you are going to die sooner than later. You will also perish. So now you understand. It doesn't matter what you announce or what you're not announcing, but we are assuring you that you are not going to prevail or succeed in intimidating the children of God. Into submission, it cannot happen. You can find that nonsense elsewhere. It will work for you. But you see, in the East, it can never ever work. Never ever work. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because when tyranny, as somebody said, when tyranny becomes a law for the government, massive rebellion becomes a mandate for the people. Because you cannot keep pushing us to the wall all the time, pushing us to the limits, massacring innocent civilians over and over and over again, and you don't expect them to fight back. You must be foolish. I want to remind all those intellectuals and sophisticated morons, all of them, go back a few years ago, the slaughter, the killing of IPOB family members, peaceful protesters, Shia protesters, NSAS, every time army and police will come, they open fire. None of you will talk. But now in our land, they are always looking behind their backs. They don't know where that is coming from. Because I assure them, they are all going to perish. The people telling you that they have a plan to secure the East, Southeast, and South, according to them. Armed robbers invaded Asarok. So we are led to believe. Only under this regime. Only under this regime. Something unheard of in the whole world. It's never is I don't know where these Nigerians, I don't know who gave them their brain. Maybe to speak from those people. I have no idea. Some of you may have dismissed this issue of armed robbery in Asarok. But I want you to understand something that's never happened anywhere before in the history of the world or modern governments. Never ever happened before. They said they ransacked the chief of staff, Ibrahim Kampari, and Abubakar Maitano, and they stole valuable assets. That is how corrupt the Fulani people are. I told you before that is something the Fulani they have perfected over the years. When they finish training any particular department of paraset or dry, they set it alight to destroy every incriminating evidence. I am sure that whatever they may have stolen from the homes of Ibrahim Kambari and this Abubakar Maikano could be financial instruments worth billions of dollars belonging to the people. If you ask, oh, armed robbers can, how can armed robbers, if armed robbers can, or should I say, unknown gunmen enter into Asoro to go and steal state valuables? Now tell me which part of the zoo is safe. They did not sit down to say to themselves, let us look for a way to strategize and devise new security approach to Asoro, to guard it. The southeast and south side are interested in the east, Biafra. And newspapers and their editors publish this type of junk every blessed day. And I'm asking them, don't you ever hear the publisher honestly? Armed robbers came to the seat of government to steal and walked away free. You shamelessly came out to announce that you are devising a new strategy for the East. You have not been able to devise a strategy to keep yourself safe inside Asoro. That is how they reason. It is supposed to be the most secure place in Nigeria. It is now every man for himself. That is why I commend Governor Autumn for what they have done. I will ask the southern governors, when next you're meeting, invite your middle belt counterparts, and you see that the zoo will collapse in 2 weeks. Not just collapse. All those things that you have been asking for, they will give it to you. That is why all of you must come to the fullness, or should I say, to the realization that you must, without fail, keep on doing what you're doing in terms of defending your land. You must defend your land. Look at people suggesting. I mean, can you go to how can I put it, to a gate man in a hospital and ask them to administer any form of treatment because you found them at the gate. Because you found them at the gate of the hospital. These people that are gate men in a hospital, you are prescribing a remedy that you cannot even yourself inculcate into the plan to keep your own self safe. You're not safe, but you're busy dishing out directives to go to. When I had a new plan, I'm asking the IG of police, go and secure Asoro first. Go and secure Abuja, where children are no longer going to school. Go and secure Abuja first. Go and recover Meduga. Go and recover parts of Yobe. Go and recover parts of Zamfara from the same terrorists that you groomed before suggesting how peace can be restored in the East. If you want to use that as a cover to bring in your army, they're going to die there anyway, so there's no need. I cannot bother them. I will not stress myself on this. Bring them now, you're going to see. And I want to warn our Uduwa brothers, and I made it very clear to the activists last night, that the Fulanis imported a lorry load of arms and ammunition, and the containers were being escorted by the military last night, and they offloaded this very consignment somewhere in Oshodi. But I'll come to that later on. I will give you the full details of exactly what transpired. And that was why Tinubu said that we had planned to bomb Lagos, something that is undoable in a billion years. In a billion years. They think we are very good students of contemporary history. We know the history of the war. I know personally how people from the West viewed the move by Biafran army to go and capture the seat of power or to neutralize them. It wasn't even an army of conquest to conquer Yoruba people, of course not. It was heading straight to the Lambans in those days to go and neutralize them. I know personally how my Yoruba friends have explained to me that trepidation and their fear over that very expedition led by Banjo then. We know. So we cannot try anything stupid. We can never, ever, ever, not on this end, antagonize our Yoruba brother. It's impossible. We can never do it. We meet all the time. We have meetings all the time. So how can we? Are you telling me that all those gallant men in OPC, all those gallant men all over Yoruba land, they cannot do anyone? If we agree that they should go and start, disturbing those who are disturbing them, they have more than enough men to do it. More than enough to do it. We don't have to do it. But they lied as usual, as they always do. As they always do. As they always do. But in the north, what is happening? Some of you must be aware of what DSS is doing in and around Abuja. And do you also know that DSS, they also get a cut of the ransom? Are you aware of that? Do you know that the DSS or SSS, they should be properly referred to, do you know that they get a share from bandits? So Fulani people are not even happy owning all the oil wells, controlling the Ministry of Finance, controlling National, controlling almost everybody, controlling the defense budget. How many of you here are aware that the daughter of Abakari is the one responsible for all Nigeria's investment abroad? It's called sovereign wealth, investment in stock markets all over the world.